Hey y'all, I'm Carissa and welcome back to my channel, K Threads and Stitches. I'm excited to film a video for you today. I have my WIP parade for 2025. If you watched my last video, I had mentioned that I hadn't done a WIP parade since my very first video. And in that first video, I didn't have very many WIPs. Today, I have a lot. And before filming this video, I actually went through and looked at the WIPs, and I emptied probably about 5 or 6 bags because they were projects that I had already basically finished, but I had kept it in a bag just in case I wanted to do something else with it. So things that were like books or series or things like that. So most of my WIPs are things that I've already started. I do have a few things that I just had kitted up and I never started it. So I will still show those. I'll probably show those last, and my WIPs will be in no specific order. I just have them kind of sitting over here beside me, and I'll just go through what I can. Some of these will be a repeat from my most recent video, so I'll go ahead and show those first, get those out of the way, because I've also got a bunch of this stuff out of bags that are not in a project bag. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get this started. My first one here is going to be Brenda Gervais Love Notes. So this is the pattern here. All of the details I haven't decided yet because there's so many WIPs and it would probably be really difficult to put all of the information in a blog post. I might do it, I might not. I'll just have to wait and see. If you are curious about floss choices, please either come find me on Instagram, send me a message, or I think I even have listed somewhere my email. It's just kthreadsandstitches@yahoo.com. You can send me an email if you prefer to ask questions that way, or just leave a comment down below. I'll try to at least name the fabric, but going through all the flosses and stuff, I probably won't list all the names of those because that'll make this so much longer. Okay, so for this one, what I showed yesterday, no progress. This is stitched on 28 count linen in the color Vintage Country Mocha, and I actually only have 2 of these left, so I only have the Love and the Love You a Latte, the cup one. So I've already done 3 of these. I only have 2 left. Okay. I have mixed up all of my flosses over here, and I'm afraid it's going to be a nightmare to figure out what's what. So my next one is actually going to be, this is called The Snowball by Brenda Gervais. And the 2 that I haven't done yet are these 2 on the back. I've done all the rest of these in this booklet. And I don't know what this fabric is. I think it's called beige gray. It's a Lugana or an even weave. But I do have a small border on the little one here, and that's just my start on that one. I do hope to get those done. I'm not sure if I'll get them done this year. I mentioned in my last video that I'm really trying to get the number of WIPs that I have down. After counting yesterday, I think I had just a little over 40 WIPs, and to me it's starting to get a little overwhelming looking at how many WIPs that I have, but I also want to start new things, so my goal is to kind of bring it down a few notches with all of my stitching, so, or like my WIPs, and that way it leaves more room for me to, I feel like I feel more motivated when I have cleaned up a little, and I don't feel like I just have a bunch of things waiting for me. Okay, this next one is another Brenda Gervais. This is Let It Snow. I did do a lot of color conversions for this. I'm stitching this on, this is 32 count linen in the color Dust Bunny by XJU Design. This is my progress so far. If you watched my recent video, I actually posted it yesterday. Today is the 2nd of February. I had really bad lighting in that video, and I apologize. So I have a ring light today, and I hope y'all can see a little bit better. When I watched the video back, there was no way that I was going to re-record it, but I was a little disappointed that the lighting was really poor. So hopefully I've got it a little bit better today. But I had a color conversion on the blog post yesterday for that. So all the DMCs I subbed out for overdyes, and I listed all those in that blog post. Alright, so I'm getting into project bags now. Some of my project bags actually have multiple WIPs. I kind of wish I didn't do that sometimes because I lose things like that, but maybe after today I'll split them up. My first project is going to be in a Pam's Needle and Thread bag. This is what it looks like. Super cute. And what I have in this bag is Heart and Hand Seaside Tiny Town. And I showed this one yesterday as well. I'm stitching this on a 32 count linen in the color Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. And this is what I have so far. This is in my lineup for things that I want to finish here soon. So I'm hoping to be able to get that one done. And I also have Seaside Frill in here by Heart and Hand. Sorry, my hand's super shaky. I'll probably stitch that on the same fabric and with the same colors that I have in here. I also listed my colors for that in my video from yesterday. And then I also have in here a Honey of a Frill. So this one actually goes with the Bee Tiny Town by Heart and Hand that she did. And I have a start on this, but I never finished it. And I think it's because I forgot that this was even in here. I've got a needle hanging out. But this is my start on this. It's very small. This probably wouldn't take very long to do, so I should probably do that. And that is 32 count linen Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim, the fabric that this is on. I actually have the card in there for that. So that is what I have in that bag. So I have 3 projects in there. And truthfully, I think I can get those done. I just finished the Valentine's Tiny Town, and that one didn't really take all that long. Okay, so my next WIP, this is the bag that it's in, also by Pam's Needle and Thread. This is Everyday Things by Heart and Hand. And I am stitching this on, this is a 28 count linen in the color Marbled Terracotta by XJU Design. This is my start so far. This is also one of the ones that's on my list to do soon and hopefully get finished, because I don't think it's going to take very long to do that. Alright, I feel like I'm moving a little too fast, but I really don't want to read off all of the colors. If I know that I'm using just the called for colors, I'll say that, but if I don't read them off and you're really curious about it, like I said, please just reach out to me. My next one is in this bag here from Pam's Needle and Thread. This is the back of it. And then this fabric, I think I said this wrong yesterday. This is the City Valentine's 1 by Stitching with the Housewives. And this is actually just 28 count white Lugana. I'm using all of the called for colors except for the black. I will be switching out some of the black on that one for Tennessee Red Clay. But I don't have anything that... Usually for stitching with the Housewives, I stick with the called for colors. It's rare that I change something with their patterns. Alright, and my next one is going to be in this bag here. Super cute. Pam's Needle and Thread. And I actually figured out what this is. So this is Lindsay's Flower Basket, and it is in the cross stitch journal that they came out with. So this is what the journal looks like, and the pattern is inside. I'm stitching this on 32 count linen in the color Frappuccino by XJU Design, and this is my start so far on it. I'm using color and cotton threads. My video from yesterday once again has all of those listed. Sorry, I feel like I gotta put my WIPs away as I go, that way they don't get all mixed up. Okay, so those are all, I think that's everything that I had actually shown in yesterday's video. I'm going to start moving into some other things that I haven't shown, probably at least in a few months. So my next one, this is actually a fall piece, and I have it in this bag here. If y'all see hairs hanging off my bags, I apologize. My hair gets everywhere. And this is Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage. This is what I have so far. I'm not sure what this fabric is. I don't have the tag on it. I might be able to figure it out though if I still have the tag, maybe with the rest of where this fabric is. I made a little bit of progress on this at the end of the year last year. I've had this going maybe for a year and a half. I'm not really sure. But this is probably a more recent WIP than some of my older ones. Alright, so that is that one. This one is a Halloween WIP. I feel like I have a lot of Brenda Gervais. This next one is another Brenda Gervais. Also in another Pam's Needle and Thread bag. And this is Hilda Boo and Sunflowers 2. I really like this pattern. I'm thinking about changing this fabric. And this fabric is 32 count linen in the color Stately by Fortnight. So I have a very small start on this. This is where my start is, if you can see it up here in the top. It kind of blends in a little, and I don't think that that purple that I chose to stitch that with actually matches this fabric very good. So I probably will, especially with it being that small of a start, I'll probably swap the fabric out. Alright. And it seems like I have a lot of my fall WIPs kind of bunched together here, not on purpose. My next WIP is in another Pam's Needle and Thread bag. And this one is Harvest Keeper by Plum Street Samplers. So I talked about this a couple videos ago. I had wanted to finish this last year, but I did not. When I picked this up, that tree here is really difficult for me to stitch. I don't know what it is. Every time I count the tree and the rows on the tree, I get a different count, and then I get confused, and then I'll just give up. But this is what I have so far on this. I have the border done. The border is a little off. And I do not have the fabric color. That looks like Old Mushroom by XJU Design though. I think that's what that is. So I've had this one going since 2022, I think. And I made it to the tree. I have not got past that tree. I might need to try a little harder. Okay, so for my next one, this is the bag that it's in. And I have no fabric in here. I just have the floss. And this has Hands-On Design Gather Pumpkins. I think she came out with this one last year. So I don't know what I'll be stitching that on because I don't have the fabric. But I will probably do that one next year. Or not next year, the end of this year. I tend to be more of a seasonal, a little bit before the season, seasonal stitcher and during the season. So I don't know. I'm not really in the mood to stitch like fall and Halloween and Christmas and winter stitching when it's like the summer or just other seasons. Okay, so my next WIP actually has like 3 WIPs in it, and I have it in this bag here. So the first one I have, and I don't think I have a start on 2 of these. This is Little House Needleworks Bumblebee Petites. This is what I have in here. I remember getting this up at the beginning of last year, and I had to go, I think it was to Colorado, and I brought this with me to stitch like on the plane, but I only got started on 1 of these, so I'm assuming that my plan must have been to stitch it all on the same fabric because I only have 1 fabric in here. This is Blooming Tiny Town by Heart and Hand, which is also in this bag. And then the last one that I have, this is Little House Needleworks Americana Petites. And I had a little bit of a start on 1 of these, and this is on 32 Count Latte by XJU Design. So this is the start that I had gotten on that one. This is how I forget that I have WIPs. When I have that many in there and I have all of the colors thrown in the bag. I think I did that though because I was traveling and I was trying to keep the bulk down of the stuff that I had in my backpack. Okay. My next one is going to be a Stitching with the Housewives pattern, and I have it in this bag here. All of these bags are Pam's Needle and Thread. I do have some from Goose, and when I get to those, I will let y'all know that those are Goose. This is the monthly weigh in October. You can't kind of see the bottom of that because of the sticker. I was part of the, what is that? The subscription from Fat Quarter Shop at the time. This is a massive piece of fabric. This is 28 count linen in the color Desert Sand by XJU Design. And this was my start on that. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is how big this fabric is. This is a really big piece of fabric. And for that one, I'll be using all of the called for colors, I think, because I think it came with all the called for colors. I think when you do the subscriptions with Fat Quarter Shop, they'll tell you whether or not it comes with the fabric. or not the fabric, the floss. Alright. My next one, this is another fall WIP. Or maybe this is Halloween. I've got some Halloween and fall in here. This is the bag that it's in. And I have 3 patterns in here. 2 of which I know that I have done something with, and 1 that I've never started. This first one is When Witches Go Riding by Brenda Gervais. And I think I was stitching that on, I have no tags on any of these fabrics. I think I was stitching it on this fabric here. It's just a brown linen, and I'm pretty sure it's XJU design. And the next one is the Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee by Brenda Gervais. So I've done like 3 or 4 of these pillows, and I still have like 3 left, I think. Or maybe I have 2 left. Done that one. So I haven't done this one yet. And I also have not done this one. But I've done the rest of them, so I'm missing 2. And I have been stitching that on this fabric right here. Again, I don't have the fabric name, but it's another XJU design. This is a nice mottled gray fabric. And then I have Autumn Splendor in here by Brenda Gervais. I've had this in here basically since this came out, and I've never started it, but I've wanted to start it. And I had this fabric here picked out for it. It's another XJU design, but I don't know what the name of it is. So that is that one. I also have like no floss in there for that. So I don't know where the floss ran off to. Okay. So this is a spring WIP. This is another Brenda Gervais. And I just threw that floss everywhere. This one I'm actually using some Victorian Motto threads to do. And this is Jelly Bean Jubilee by Brenda Gervais. I only have that one with the little chick and the tulips done on it. All the rest of these I have not done yet. And I have a small start on one of them. This is being stitched on, I think this is, I'm not sure, but this looks like 28 count mushroom. This is a start that I have on one of them. And that one is actually on the front cover here. It's this one down here. That's the one, sorry for the glare. I've had this one, I think, kitted for a while. And every year it passes me by and I'm like, I want to do another one of those, and then I don't do it. So, alright. This next one, so some of these I don't have like physical patterns for, just because it's a PDF pattern for me. This one in particular is one of those. This one, I know what it is, but it's not a very big start. This is 28 count linen in the color Vintage Country Mocha. This is a Cherry Hill Stitchery pattern. It's one of the strawberry ones, and it's got like I think it's either got 2 or 3 houses. And I've got it in this bag here. I know this bag doesn't match, but I think there's been times when I've run out of bags and I just throw whatever I have. I'll throw a project in whatever I have. So that is that one. This is another Halloween WIP. This is a Lizzie Kate, and I have it in this bag here. And this is Halloween Rules. So if you look on the back here, that's what the full piece will look like. I'm stitching this on, I think this is, it's either a 28 or a 32 count Stormy Night. And this is the start that I have so far on it. I think I picked a lot of my own colors for this. Similar, if you've seen my Lizzie Kate Christmas Rules, I picked a lot of my own colors for that one too. I don't know, I just felt like changing the colors. Alright. And my next one, oh, I actually showed this one in yesterday's video. This is Hands-On Design, A Year of Celebration, Season 2. So it has a small for every month. I've only done the December one, but I have a couple of these started in here. And these are also stitched on 28 count linen. Yes, 28 count linen in the color Desert Sand by XJU Design. And I'm using all the called for colors on this. I have it in this bag here. And so I have a start on the June one. I don't know why I have 2 needles in this, but I do. That's my start for the June one. And then this is my teeny tiny little start for the January one. I did that one recently. I must have got distracted doing something else with that. Okay, and my next one, this is going to be a Plum Street Samplers pattern, and I have it in this bag here. This is a pattern called Starbarks. Super cute. And I am stitching this on, oops, 32 count Mayflower linen by Fox and Rabbit. And this is my start that I have on this one. I like this linen. It's got like a, kind of like a speckling on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's real pretty. And it's a nice light, like cream color. So, I feel like I'm speeding right through this. Alright, and my next one, this is another Plum Street Sampler pattern. And I have it in this bag here. This is a Christmas bag. I've got polyfill all over these bags. Oh, I have 2 patterns in here, but I only have a start on one of them, but I'll show both the patterns. The one I have a start on is Ugly Sweater Weather, and that's what this one looks like. And I have a start, I'm stitching this on 32 count linen in the color Light Nougat by XJU Design, and this is the start that I have on it. I really like these colors. I think that they look really good together. I think I originally, I think I picked some of my own colors, but I wanted to stitch this for my dad. He has 2 Dachshunds. And the other pattern I have in here, I don't have a start on this. This is Teeny Weeny by Plum Street Samplers. So that is that one. This next one is another Brenda Gervais. This is a series. I kind of just pull out whichever pattern I want whenever. And I have it in this bag here. And the patterns are the word plays by Brenda Gervais. I may have 3 starts. So the ones I have in here, this is October wordplay. That's what that one looks like. Let me see. Nope. Don't have a start on that one, but that pattern's in there. And then I have February wordplay. Which is super cute. I think I do have this one in here. I think I started this one either last year or the year before. But this is the start that I have on here. I've been using what called for colors that I can on these, but these use a lot of Gentle Arts, which can get really expensive really fast. So I just substitute when and where I can. Another one I have in here, this is January wordplay. Super cute. And this is the start that I have on this one. I don't remember when I started this. It might have been last year. And as you can see, I didn't measure my fabric real good, so that's going to be fun to figure out how to fully finish that. I'm sure I'll figure it out, but... And I think I have one more started. I don't have the pattern in here. I think this is either the June or the July one. But I have a start on this one as well. So since this is a monthly wordplay, there's one for every month. I have all of the patterns. I have actually fully finished one of these, which was the December one. And probably at some point I will end up refinishing that one because I stitched it into a pillow and the pillow is barely hanging on because of the way that I stitched it. I think I stitched it too far or like too close to the edge, and it doesn't have enough, you know, like of a, what's that called? Like when you make the pillow and then you cut the excess off. I think it's too close to the seam. So one of these days I'll probably try to refinish that. Okay, so this next one, this is going to be a Country Cottage Needleworks. I really like Country Cottage Needleworks. A lot of the things that I like to start from them tend to be series, and I think with bigger projects, I tend to get kind of overwhelmed, and that's what makes me set them aside for such a long time without finishing them. This one is in this bag here, which is more of a patriotic theme. This project is not patriotic at all. This is the Big City Christmas series. So the one I have started is this one here. And I think there are 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, 7. And this is on 28 count Mushroom Lugana. And this is the start that I have on this one. And I am using all the called for colors. I bought the floss pack from Fat Quarter Shop, I think last year. If that's when it came out. I don't remember. But I did buy the floss pack. And I've been using all of the called for colors on that one. Even the DMC, since it came with it. Okay. Here are a couple more that I forgot that I showed yesterday. This is another Brenda Gervais, and I have it in this project bag here. And this is Winter Rose Manor. This is a very pretty design. I really like it, and I hope that I will buckle down and stitch this and get it finished one of these days. I don't think I have a fabric name in here. I don't. But this is the start that I have on it. I'm not too far along. I mentioned in my video yesterday I've been thinking about restarting this. I don't have a lot of patterns that I tend to feel the need to restart. I'm not a big fan of restarting, but this is going to be really, really big, which may be okay, but I don't know. I've just been thinking about switching it. Because I did a piece that I stitched 1/2 on 36 count, and that sounds like it would be a lot of fun for that piece in particular. I have another one that I've been thinking about restarting, which I'll let y'all know what that is when I get there. This next one is a Primrose Cottage, and I have it in a Christmas bag. This is what the bag looks like. And this is Welcome to the North Pole. This is so cute. And originally when I started this, I was thinking about doing this in all one piece. That's what I had planned on doing. I'm actually starting to change my mind a little bit, and I might do these individually. But this is the start that I have on this, and I'm stitching it on the called for fabric with all the called for colors. I tried to follow along in the stitch along that they did. I failed miserably with that. I just kept getting distracted doing other things. And this is another one of those that's a larger project, so I tend to put those away for much longer before I finish them. Okay, so my next one is Seasons of the Heart by Brenda Gervais. I guess I just thought I showed a lot less than I actually did yesterday. I'm stitching this on 32 count linen in the color Farm Eggs by XJU Design. This is the fabric. I don't have a start on this yet. And the last one, I've done all of these except the Autumn, which is this one here. And I've been trying to use the called for colors as best as I can. If I don't have something, I'll sub it out. And I also finished these with faux leather tags. So this is my last one. I don't know if it'll focus for you to see that. But that's the tag. This is my last one. Alright, and my next one, this is another Brenda Gervais. This is Keeper of the Pens. I only have 2 or 3 of these left to do. I think I have 3. So I don't have another start. I finished the one that I had started recently. This is I know that the color of this fabric is called Little Bunny, and it has a very slight like reddish tint to it. It's very light, which matches really good with the Weeks Dye Works chili pepper color that I've been using. It complements the fabric really well. Oh, I guess I forgot to show y'all I think I've forgotten to show a few of these bags, but that's the bag that one's in. Alright. And this next one, of course, this is another Brenda Gervais. I have it in this bag here. Don't mind my mess everywhere. This is another series. So this is Summer Schoolhouse Lessons in Abecedarian. So if you can see behind me somewhere over here, I've got 2 of the pillows. So the next one that I need to do is this one here. And after that one, this is the one following that. And the last one. And I think that this pattern here actually comes with like 1 or 2, actually it might come with 3. It comes with bonus patterns. There's like a little berry in there. What's this say? A strawberry, a miniature horn book, and a school box display finish piece. So I don't have another start just because I recently finished the second one, but I am trying to use all of the called for colors as I can on that. And this is, I can't remember the count, but this is My Little Dove by XJU Design. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I really like XJU Design fabrics. Okay. This is another one. I don't have a picture of the pattern. I literally just have the fabric and the floss here, but I know what it is. I have it in this bag here. Super cute for spring. This is a Cherry Hill Stitchery. I don't have a start on it. This is one of the Easter patterns. So she had one, or she had a few come out, and I plan to stitch all of them. I've done one, but I don't know if I've definitely posted the first one that I did on my Instagram and on my blog, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to find it so I can show it. I don't know where it is. Oh, it might be hard to see, but this is the one that I've done. Bunnies Love Carrots. And she has a couple more that go with that. I'm stitching it on 28 count Lugana in the color white. And it only has a few colors, and I ended up switching out for my own colors that I wanted to use. I think there might be one or two of the called for, I'm not sure. But those are really cute, and I only have one of those done. I don't even know that this is worth showing because I don't have a pattern to show with this either. But this is the bag that I have this in, and same fabric, 28 count white Lugana. And I have all the floss in here, and the only reason why I know what this is because of the colors that I can see. Last year I did a couple of stitching with the Housewives pieces, or maybe one or two that were fall related, and then I went and bought the, I think it's called Fall Festival. There's 4 in the series for like the houses and stuff, and then the Let's Go Ride a Bike, the fall one, and that's what I had planned on doing for that. I guess these next few, these are all ones that don't have patterns. This is another stitching with the Housewives. This is the, I don't know what it's called, but it's the B one that's got the 4 in the series. This is the bag that I have it in, and I'm stitching this on 32 count linen in the color Green Peas. This is what this looks like. I have one of them done, and I actually have the other 3 pieces, all except for the stitch piece, of course, already finished and ready to go for when I finish the other 3. So all I'll have to do is just put it on the sticky board that's already ready for it, and then glue that to the fabric sticky boards that I've already put together, and it will be ready to put on a finishing piece. Okay, so this next one, this is a Cherry Hill Stitchery, and this is the bag that I have it in. Again, I don't have a start on this, but I know what this is. This is from the summer patterns that she put out, I think a couple of years ago. This is the fabric. I do not have a tag in here for this. This fabric is, it's not white, but it's like a, it's kind of like an off-white for that. And the pillow that I did, it said Summer Watermelon Summer or something like that. It's the Watermelon series. So she has a couple more that go along with this one, and that's what that bag is for. Okay, I'm getting a little towards the end here. So Some of these next WIPs are in project bags from Goose, and then some are from my feeble attempts to make my own project bags years ago. So this is the bag that this first one is in. This is a Goose. And the pattern that's in here, this is Lizzie Kate's Christmas Rules. That's the full piece. I am stitching it on one piece, stitching this on 28 count mushroom Lugana. Picked my own colors for this, and this is the progress that I have so far. Really enjoyed stitching this so far. I had hoped to try and get that finished at the end of last year, but of course I didn't. But that's okay. I will try to work on it another time. Alright, and this next one, this is a Brenda Gervais, and I have it in another Goose bag. That is a Christmas bag. And the pattern is Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. I saw quite a few people that had actually finished that, like completely finished stitching and fully finishing that at the end of last year. And they look so good. This is what I have so far on this one. So I have the border done, I have the roof done on the house, and I just have everything else that I need to do on that pattern. I tend to like to do borders first. I feel like if I get the border done and it matches up, then it'll make everything in the center easier to put together. I don't know. Because then I can kind of use that as a guide. Oh wow, this one is really old. I actually remember starting this. Got a little bit of dirt on here. That's gross. This is a Goose design bag. Sorry that it's been sitting upright, so the way I've stored it has not been very good, but this is from Goose Design. Super cute. I think this is called Natalie and Christmas, and this fabric is I don't know what this fabric is. It's a Lugana though. It's a 28 count, and this thing is really big. This is the start that I have on it. I don't have a picture of the full pattern. I don't remember who the designer is on this either. And I'm using all DMC called for threads for this one. I'm pretty sure that's DMC. So this is really pretty. I haven't pulled this out in a really long time. I think I started this like 3 or 4 years ago, and then it ended up in the bag and never made its way back out for me to continue to stitch on it. That is that one. And my next one, this is a very small start. It's a Stitching with the Housewives. I have this in another Goose design bag with Teresa Kogut fabric. I think this is from a pattern. I don't know the name of the pattern actually, but it's one of the ones that they came out with this past Halloween, and it's a Halloween pattern. It's super cute. Stitching this on the called for, well, 28 count Jobleen in the color black with all the called for threads. Okay, so my next one, this is another one of the couple of things that I'm thinking about restarting, mostly because I don't know that I want to do it on this fabric anymore. And I actually have a decent start on this. I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind, because now that I'm looking at it, I don't know that I want to go back and restitch it. So this is one of the project bags that I tried to make years ago. As you can tell, it's coming apart up here. I just used fabrics that I had in my stash. And yeah, this is one of the more sad looking bags, all because I made it out of the few that I have. So this is from the Santa's Village series by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is the one that I'm working on. I have one of these done, and I was stitching this on the called for fabric and all the called for colors. I think this is like either 28 count or 32 count lamb's wool. And this is the start that I have on it. And I was planning on stitching this as one piece. I was thinking about restarting this, but looking at it now, I don't know that I want to do that. Those French knots though, check those out. They do not look very nice. They're all different sizes. I'll probably have to cut those out. I'll probably switch those out with beads. But I know that I had wanted to stitch this all in one piece and then have it framed, because I think I've seen a couple of times ones where other people did, and it was all one piece in a big frame, and it's so pretty. But this is another one of those really big projects that just feels really like a lot. Okay, so oh, I grabbed two of these on accident. This next one, this is in another bag that I had made previously. This is what the bag looks like. This one is made a little bit better than that last one that I did, or that I had. I have not tried to make project bags since these. I think I made these back in like maybe 2020, 2021. And I figured out then that I'm not meant to make project bags. I'd rather buy them than make them myself. This project is a Stitching with the Housewives project. This is on a Fabrics by Stephanie. I cannot think of the name of the fabric, but it's really pretty. And the pattern is Stitching with the Housewives. I think this is the October monthly weigh-in. And this is a start that I had back in 2022. And I don't think I've touched it since. If I have, I don't remember. Okay. And this next project, I've actually had this one forever and done nothing with. Even my patterns are bent. Another bag that I tried to make years ago with fabric that I had. And the patterns that I have in here, this is the one that I have a start on. These are Prairie Schoolers. This one's called Knock Knock. And I actually have a pretty good start on this. This is on Stormy Night, Lugana. I don't know what count it is. And I ended up picking my own threads for this, I think. Yeah, I did. Because Prairie Schooler does not call for Classic Colorworks, but I picked Classic Colorworks. I have two more patterns in here, and I actually have the fabric already cut out for it. But I, once again, started these years ago, and I haven't come back to them since. This is a Prairie Schooler called Who's There? Sorry for my shaky hand. And this one is called Double Double. So I don't have a whole lot of, at least I don't think I do. I don't think I have a whole lot of Prairie Schooler patterns, but Prairie Schoolers are just classic. Really pretty. Okay, so this next one that I have, I don't even think I'm going to be able to stand up and show this all in one. So this project in particular, I remember the year and everything. I started this back in 2018, and it is a Halloween Village Afghan by Stony Creek. This is kind of the pattern that drew me back to cross stitch. And this pattern is massive. I did all the called for colors. It's all DMC. Called for fabric. And I have my floss and these. This is back when I was bobbinating DMC, and I have a really good start on this, and I have a lot of progress with a long way to go. This is a 20 count fabric. As you can see, this thing is really big. I'm going to do my best to show this, but it's so big, it's like a blanket. It's like a lap blanket. So this is what I have so far. I can kind of see my screen through the fabric a little bit, so I'm trying to, oh, this is not going to help. Now I'm not going to be able to see. This is what I have. I hope y'all can see it. I have a lot on this done though. I'm sorry if I'm making it harder to see. This is kind of where I'm left off at. This is where the houses are. I did the really big house. Actually, I think I finished both those houses. I need to do some back stitching on this house and in the banner that's up at the top. But this is that's where I'm at. So on the booklet, I have this entire witch that I need to do, and it's going to be hard to see. I guess I don't have as much as I thought I did. But if you look at this, right, it's basically the bottom part of the border and the pattern that I have left with some back stitching. I will say though that for this, using all the called for, it calls for a glow in the dark DMC. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Don't like stitching with it at all. I remember that for sure. But I really like this. I think it's really pretty, and if I would take the time to just finish it, I could actually set this out. And I don't know how to finish it like the blanket that they have on the book, because they have the fringed edges and stuff on here. I don't know how to do that, so I'll have to try to figure that out. But I plan to just try to do that, hopefully without ruining it, because that would be devastating for how big that project is. Okay, and the last few things that I have, these are the projects that I have in bags that have no start. I just kitted them up, and that's really it, which unfortunately a lot of the stuff that I showed today didn't have starts, but they are WIPs for sure. This is the bag that this first one is in, and this is Witch's Night Out by Brenda Gervais. And I have this fabric in here. This is 32 count linen by Fiber on a Whim in the color Wheat. And that's what that looks like. I'm not sure if I kitted this with called for colors or if I just picked my own. The longer that I stitch, the more comfortable I get with picking my own colors. I think I've been doing it for a while now, and it's kind of fun to pick my own colors. Okay, so this next one, it also does not have a start, but I have I'm kind of glad on one of these that I don't. This is Grand Old Flag 2 by Brenda Gervais. I actually did this one last year, so I have the other two to do on that. And I'm stitching that on, what is this? No. 32 count linen in the color Espresso by R&R. And this is what the fabric looks like. I got this fabric from Barefoot Needle Art, probably right before I moved to where I am now. But okay, The other pattern that I have in here, this is Summer Swan by Brenda Gervais. I actually thought I didn't have this, but I'm glad that I do have this. I really like that flag. Oh, I forgot to show the bag that I have this in. This is the bag that I have it in. These are Pam's Needle and Thread bags. So I probably won't stitch that swan piece on that fabric. I might try to go find another 36 count so that I can stitch 1/2 again with that, because I just enjoyed that so much with the first one. And I don't know that I would want to do that same color fabric though, so I'll have to look for something else. My next project is in this bag here, and this is Silver Creek Samplers Through the Storms. And it's so cute. I'm stitching this on 28 count linen in the color Aged Grapefruit. I think I cut this piece out to stitch it in this. So the variegation, or like the way that this fabric is, I kind of wanted it to look like it was sunshiny in part of it, like up at the top, and then kind of fade into different colors. This is a really pretty fabric. And I think I strategically tried to cut that piece that way, because this is the rest of it, with another little scrap piece here that's just all yellow. But again, no start on that yet. This is just one of these that I had kitted up, but I just haven't gotten around to doing. For my goal of getting my WIPs down, I'll probably try to do some of the ones that I've already started first, and then make my way that way. Alright, I have 2 left, so we're home stretch. I have 2 patterns in this bag, and using silks on this. I think these are supposed to be the called for silks. And this is the bag that I have it in. These are actually Halloween patterns, so this bag does not match at all. But I think, once again, this is just what I had at the time when I kit this up. So the fabric that I have picked out for these, this is 28 count linen in the color Rustic Driftwood by XJU Design. So it's just, you know, a good brown neutral for these. And these are both by the Drawn Thread. This one is called Almost Halloween. It's really cute. And this other one is called Trick or Treat. I would probably try to start this one first when I get to this. Just because I think I like this one a little bit more. Alright, that is that one. And my last one is another Brenda Gervais, and I have it in this bag here. And I'm stitching this on, or I will stitch this on 28 count 2 loose even weave in the color Light Coffee by XJU Design. Again, another nice brown neutral. This fabric is a little bit soft. A little bit softer than I'm used to, but the pattern I'm stitching on, this is My Home, Sweet Home by Brenda Gervais. And I thought that was super cute. I think she might have, I don't know if this is a series where she has multiple of these, but I think that might be the only one I have of that one. Okay, so that is all of my WIPs, however many that was. When I counted yesterday, I think I was about like 40 something, but since some of them had like 3 in a bag, it might be a little bit more than that. But that's all my WIPs. My goal this year is to have less WIPs next year than I have this year. And how I plan to tackle that is try to get them small ones out of the way, because there's a lot of small ones that probably wouldn't take a whole lot of time to do. And then for the ones that are series, just try to finish one. The series are going to take a lot longer just because they're a series, and if I tried to stitch every single thing that I have that are WIPs now this year, I'd probably drive myself crazy. But I'm so glad that I finally got to film one of these. That I think this is like my first like big WIP parade that I've done, aside from like my very first video. But like I said, that one only had a few WIPs in it. And hopefully next year I'll come back and I'll have less WIPs, but we'll see. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a really long video. I'm not sure if I'll have this up today, maybe next week, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all later.